Edward was approaching a signal. He was thinking about Rocky, and he was going too fast. Suddenly, the signal changed to red. Edward screeched to a stop, but the sides of the trucks collapsed. Steel pipes toppled all over the tracks. "Bust my buffers," puffed Edward. He looked at the heavy pipes and wondered what to do. Thomas had said Rocky was very strong. Just then, Thomas and Emily arrived. They saw the pipes. "We have to get through," tooted Thomas. "Why don't you go and get Rocky?" No, whistled Edward. "Harvey is doing a fine job. We must be patient." "I don't like being patient," pouted Emily. "We have a very important job to do." Then they heard Gordon. He was going fast. Then there was trouble. Gordon hit the pipes with a loud crunch. He came off the tracks. It was a terrible mess. "I can't lift Gordon," sighed Harvey.
But there was still one more job to do. Thomas was shunting some freight cars into the yard. He was taking great care, but the track was very bumpy. Suddenly, they started to come off the track. Some of them headed straight for the water tower. The water tower creaked and wobbled. Then it started to tip. The water tower crashed down across the runway. Luckily, no one was hurt. "The runway's cracked," cried Percy, "and the track is blocked." The airport manager inspected the runway.
All the same, he and his driver decided to start home early. Then came trouble. A crate of treacle was upset all over Percy. Percy was cross. He was still sticky when he puffed away.
"Oh dear, but I can't stop now. I'm already late. I hope it'll hold."
The load did hold, but not quite long enough.
Oh, crumbs. That's torn it. It's Rex.
I said it was easy. I said it was easy.
Then everything happened at once.
Rex! Rex! Watch out! Slow down!
Stop! Stop!
It was time for the photographs. Everyone was excited. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting on the platform for his trousers. They were in a trunk amongst a big load of baggage. The porters were taking the baggage trolley across the line. They were walking backwards to see that nothing fell off. Percy was still being cheeky. His driver always shut off steam just outside the station. Percy wanted to surprise the coaches by coming in as quietly as he could. But the porters didn't hear him either. Percy gave them such a fright that boxes and bags burst everywhere. "Oh," groaned Percy. Sticky streams of jam trickled down Percy's face. A top hat hung on his lamp iron. Worst of all, a pair of trousers coiled lovingly around his funnel. Everyone was very angry. Sir Topham Hatt seized the top hat. "Mine," he said. "Percy, look at this." "Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened, silly old diesel. Clever me." And he rocked and rolled along the line. "Steady, boy," checked his driver. But it was too late. "Sleepers and ballast, I'm off." And he was.
That looks like a good place for an adventure, said Duncan excitedly. I wonder what's down there. Duncan pushed his way through the barrier. Duncan clattered along the old line. Finally, the line disappeared into the side of the mountain. It looked like the entrance to an old mine. This is better than caves any day, he told himself excitedly. And he puffed inside. Duncan was too excited to think clearly. He puffed straight into a roof support. And suddenly the roof collapsed behind him. Duncan was trapped. Oh no, Duncan wished. How am I going to get out? Soon he saw a light at the end of the tunnel. But the way out was boarded up. Must think clearly, he huffed to himself. Then he had an idea. With all his puff, Duncan bashed the freight cars. And they crashed and smashed through the boards. Duncan was free. I did it! He hooted happily.
Here comes big, strong Henry, hooted Henry. Then there was trouble. The freight cars were very heavy. Once Henry had started them rolling, they wouldn't stop. "Help!" cried Henry.
Next morning, as James was being repainted, Henry had an accident. If you can't push cars properly, Henry, why not talk to a tree instead? You know how much you like the forest.
As a matter of fact, bossy boiler, Sir Topham Hatt is inspecting the island for trees that are too close to the line. He's worried they might cause trouble.
Ha! Laughed James. If I came upon a tree, I'd just push it aside.
Really?
Henry replied.
That afternoon, he had to collect some timber from the yard. But when Thomas arrived, Harry and Bert were already there. Their freight cars were being loaded with planks of wood, ready to take to the building site.
We've got a really important job to do,
boasted Bert.
More important than any Stevie's job, added Harry.
Thomas was cross. But then he had an idea. A very naughty idea. Thomas rolled quietly up behind Bert's freight cars. And just as the crane dropped the timber, he gave them an extra big shove.
Laughed Thomas. Now you'll be late for your important job.
Puffed away.